Hey, what is going on, ladies and gentlemen? My name is Rage, and we are back today to break down Marvel Strike Force's newest blog post here, really signaling the start of this new Age of Annihilus. Remember, he is going to be ultimately the unlock for next year, equivalent to Age of X Professor Xavier that was announced last year, right? So everything starting now, building up towards the different chapters, ultimately for his unlock and release next year. But yeah, we're going to be seeing a pivotal change here in terms of the way that we do things for events. We're going to be seeing some different dynamics in the game. And of course, we know that QUASAR is the first official announced legendary character. There also will be shards of him completely free to play as long as you're engaged and playing the game and meeting those milestones as per the requirements. So let's see how this looks overall. Let's see what the big differences are going to be, and hopefully this is going to be obviously a change that's easier for folks to digest, but as well easier for us to really go through the gameplay and end of the day get rewarded for just playing the game, right? So that's the hope here. As per usual, weekly battle plan for May 3rd, May 9th. So remember, there's some big things coming, including a new store. May 5th is going to be the start here of Silver Sable Battle Pass, the Age of Annihilus starting, as well as the Harbinger month 1 with the Harbinger week 1, Stolen Thunder, and Red Justice, which we've already kind of seen being run for the last week or so. Psychic Cataclysm looks like another event that's also starting on May 8th. If I'm not mistaken, the Data Mines provided that was going to be more of a Dolphin Whale event where Gear Tier 20 is going to be required. Many of us only having a character or two are really in preparation for Age of X, so probably not going to be accessible for folks that haven't spent money to buy those resources or haven't spent for those certain events to obviously maximize on Gear Tier 20. So enter the Age of Annihilus. The journey to stop Annihilus from taking over the multiverse begins. Commanders level 25 and above are now encouraged to take on 9 mission nodes. There's no requirements, and your reward for helping Xavier and Strike are gold, training materials. Okay, so this is, I see this kind of like a mini showcase event that we can take advantage of. And speaking of Psychic Cataclysm, right here, all top commanders are called on to conquer Psychic Cataclysm for a chance to climb its leaderboard to earn Dark Xavier costume from Professor Xavier, as long as you have 5 characters at Gear Tier 20 to participate. So looks like we're not going to be able to participate. Maybe if you want to scrounge together some different resources from different traits, but then it might potentially actually hinder your progression in Age of X. So just something to be one to look out for as well. Also depends. Maybe the intel store is going to be very generous. That would be a welcome surprise, and then that way we can actually get characters into Gear Tier 20 sooner rather than later. But we'll for sure keep you guys up to date on that. So as noted before, there's going to be some new additions to the store. They're trying to phase out all the old resources and make it simpler, but as well make it more relevant. So chapter 1 is going to be the introduction of QUASAR, but as well specific character shards that are new for the releases this month, Gear Tier 20, and as well as trading modules, which is all items that we definitely need for sure. Play every day to maximize your intel supply when it does open up on May 5th, which is in just a few days. Awesome. And guys, in case you haven't capitalized on this, remember there's been Twitch drops for pretty much the last couple months or now. Just making sure that you log in, and honestly, just head over to your favorite envoy or content creator. There's a bunch that are listed with the Marvel Strike Force drop tag, and essentially you can just leave it in the background. But yeah, this has been a great way to just get some free stuff. You don't necessarily have to watch the entire time, but you can leave it in the background and whatnot, and that accumulates the time as well. If you guys are watching this before reset, hopefully make sure you take advantage. There's 5 Silver Sable shards completely free. And as well, like I said, this is a cool background right there. QUASAR, the Harbinger, as well as this is going to be his monthly event, right? So there's 200 shards of QUASAR being available over the course of the month. And again, you just have to basically play the game. The Harbinger trade. Okay, what's this? The Vigilante Thunderbolts and the next 2 teams will be part of this trade for a future Chapter 1 content. Probably going to be the Trial or Scourge event, if I had to guess. We've included Vigilante to make the content more player friendly. As you unlock newer teams, we'll have more information on how these teams will be used. Okay, good stuff. So Harbinger month 1, playing raids, use campaign energy, spending of gold, as well as the spending of intel for weekly, as well as battling and raids with Vigilantes and give you the month long. So like I said, it's kind of nice that they're giving you these little freebies here and there. And again, just got to be paying attention and following the command center that we do have. Additional gathering of intel using Thunderbolts and raids, earning Gear Tier 20 fragments, as well as opening. That's going to give you some points there. And it tells you the rewards too, right? Intel, Purple Ice 08. So just be on the lookout for that. Stolen Thunder. We did see this in the preview for the data mines. This is going to be the arena event that we were talking about earlier, right? This is why make sure you guys are starting to build this up or trying to push your way up, because the higher you do, the more fragments you're going to be getting. So it's a Gear Tier 20 leaderboard event, and it does look like we're going to be competing against each other here. There's going to be these Crimson Duelist Orb fragments that are earned upon the payout, in addition to opening Shadow King Diamond Orbs, which I assume is probably going to be the pay-to-play aspect of it. But yeah, Gear Tier 20 Biogear, gold, training materials, and other resources. So that's definitely something we can pay attention to for there. Shadow King Diamond Orbs, again, this is where you have to pay to get those. We got Thunderbolt Diamond Orbs, and as well as Diamond Credits. They're going to be actually earnable through also the Stolen Thunder leaderboard as well, so be on the lookout for that. Red Justice, this is just the Alliance event that we've been doing for the last week or so now, using the Vigilante team as part of your Chaotic Storm raid, so just gearing up there. And then lastly, I think they announced this a couple weeks, or maybe it was last week, sorry, but the Player Voice Council has once again started up another vote. So if you wanted to be engaged in becoming a member here, there's actually applications that run until May 9th. So I suspect they're probably going to do this again next week, when it's due. But there's an application form and whatnot if you want to be part of that. I know they're a really good Discord for information, just giving us a little bit of sneak peek information, especially those conversations with management and the direction of the game. So there you guys have it. That in a nutshell is the weekly blog. Pretty pumped here, guys. I can't wait to get my hands on QUASAR. I love the fact that this is all going to be free to play friendly. It's more so just making sure that you're engaged, following along with the events. And like I said, the arena based event is going to be interesting, because we'll see how that tells here. Actually, let's take a look real quick here while we have a bit of time. There is a chart here. Maybe we can just get a sense of how this even looks overall, right? So earning Crimson Duelist Orb fragments from the ranking, and then for 7 days here, and then as well. Yeah, so that's kind of the new format. They don't really necessarily have the monthly items anymore. They removed that, but then now the monthly item equivalent is going to be QUASAR shards. So there you guys have it. Okay, so we'll be back, guys. Let me know what you think, comments below. Thank you for your time as always, and I'll catch you guys in the next one.